Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Clash of the Castle preview show of the IWC Radio podcast. It's a full house here. Everybody's with us here. Me, Chucks, Beans, and Will. How's it going?
Yellow.
Hey.
Hey.
We should probably kick things off with a little... There we go.
Oh,
it's a bottle this time.
I was just going to say, that sounded like it went everywhere if it was a can.
See this one?
No. Hey, there you go.
I've got a pretty special one today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've gone back to the import game again. I had a couple of, I think it was Fantas a few weeks back.
Right.
And they were both okay.
This is our talking
They're
snack
fine.
segment.
Yeah, talking snack. Yeah.
There you go.
I have also found here a 355ml, so presumably an American import. Also presumably an
Oops, sorry.
dark berry Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Ooh.
In the blue can, yeah.
In the blue can.
I've had it
I've
before.
never
It's
had
pretty
before.
good. It's pretty good. I think I had
Spoiler.
that like a couple months back.
Smells like berries.
Darkberry?
The hell? Right, I'm not sure if you
Very
just
sweet.
did one of the horrific wine,
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say it's a can of
That's
pop,
what
not
I
a
was
dick.
going for, yeah.
either that or you just like poured it over your face. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually also one of the maximum male models now.
Uh,
Oh no.
Just-
Ah,
Yeah,
I
can't
wondered
drink.
why I slowed down.
Yeah.
I've got something quite special today.
It tastes like Dr. Pepper, just a bit more berry.
Darkberry.
Yeah, just a bit darker. Yeah.
Berry, is that a word?
Berry. Apparently, it's also got a Jurassic World tie-in.
yes.
Yeah.
Collect all
That's-
like
that-
6
that film's
cans.
quite
or
old,
whatever.
isn't it?
Yeah. I got it when
Wasn't
the
you one just
movie
come
came
out?
out.
What's yours, Will?
It's a get ready. It's a can of water.
Canned
Like a
water.
doomsday prepper.
Yeah.
What
The
it
guy
was?
selling you this on the beach somewhere.
I ordered a pack of bottled water from the popular establishment known as Amazon.
Oh god.
You might have heard of them.
A time or two, yeah.
And they didn't have the one I ordered. So I get to tech. It's the new thing, the Amazon Fresh thing. You can
Yeah.
order like groceries and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I got a text saying, hello, we haven't got the water you want. We've got this instead. So it was 24 cans of water. So I thought, yeah, go on, why not? We'll have a bit of that.
So is it 24 cans of water and the brand is Amazon, or is it a different
No,
company?
it's called, believe it or not, can of water. CANO water.
I mean, they've really like nailed the marketing, haven't they?
Yeah, haven't they?
There
It
it
just
is,
looks
can of
like-
water, 24 pack for 22 quid nearly.
It's a big white can.
Ah, you got the white
Well-
can. That's still right. The black can is sparkling.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a tweet.
Can for a can.
So you can get a picture of this, because
Yeah.
should have done this before the show, shouldn't I? Really? But you know,
Well,
there you go. If you go to my Twitter, you'll probably find that. It's got like a weird. It's got like hasn't got a ring pull on it. It's got a resealable thing, so you can actually like open it and seal it again, like a bottle, but it's a can.
Right here, right?
There you go.
This looks like the most generic can I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It looks like a can of
You know, like
Stella,
when
but
you-
they haven't printed the label on.
yeah, but you know, like when you watch a program like something like Big Brother, where they always get like beer in the house and they're not
Yeah,
allowed
it's
to
like
advertise the brand.
Taped over the
So
label.
it's a
yeah.
white, yeah. So they just make it a white can, put a big label around it. It looks like that.
Yeah.
So Amazon have it on here, 18 quid for 24. Questions and answers. Does anyone else think that these have a sweet synthetic flavor? I'm going to have to throw these out. Is this good for flowers?
What?
Those are some well-kept flowers getting like
It's natural spring water.
specialist water. Yeah,
Spring water? No.
even my flowers don't drink out the tap.
Oh, then again, there are hose pipe bans in certain parts of the country.
I don't know if this solves that problem, does it?
Well, yeah.
No, that's
it
not
has to
worse
come
at
from-
all, is it?
I found cans difficult to open. I prefer the cartons.
Can you get us a picture of the top, Beans, of what you're talking about with the resealable?
Beans
Bean.
won't, but I will.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I say Beans? I meant Will. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
I've already done that once.
Can of
so
beans.
I can't call you.
Can of beans.
Can of beans.
Hey. Nice that when you see a can, you think of me.
Yeah.
these cans are good and a great alternative to bottled water in concept. However, after you open and refill them, they become crinkly.
Ay.
You what? Crinkly? Oh.
Yeah, are you going to refill your water cans?
I don't think I will, no.
No,
On that advice, anyway.
this guy's not recommending it.
I like how on the
I'll send a
bottom
picture.
here it says don't bottle it. Yeah.
Oh, it's even got a little. I'll try and get it in the same picture so you can see. Yeah, there you go. So, if you do that, there you go. This is top quality radio. Isn't it?
Yeah.
This is great.
This is great. Yeah, as you finagle to get a picture.
This is why people tune in or don't tune in.
Yeah. I didn't know that canned water was a thing. I mean, it kind of
I
makes
didn't-
sense.
Nobody did.
Yeah. Here, can I open up?
There we go. It's coming.
No, it won't let me
I
do
need a
that.
blue
Hold on.
stick onto it.
There we go.
There we go. So you can see on the can as well. It's even got a little instruction diagram if it were needed. How to open.
Oh. It looks like a little memory stick on the top of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there's also
It's
boxed water over here.
Yeah,
Box
like
water?
a carton of milk in there.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see that way.
God, nearly
Doesn't,
$20 for a 6-pack of Dasani cans. What the fuck?
What's the ones in the glass bottles? Doesn't the rock have something to do with them?
I've had the Rocks tequila. That comes in a glass bottle. I don't know if that helps at all.
What was it? It's no, they're
Does
like
it taste nice?
huge. I've never had it. I've seen it. I've never had it. There it is. You're right.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm shouting.
Voss, there you go.
Voss?
That's it.
That's the fashionable one. All the celebrities
sure
drink
that-
Voss.
The rock has got some kind of shares in that. I'm sure he has.
Huh.
Every time you see him on his Instagram, he's drinking some of that.
I've had this sparkling ice before. It is awful because it's got aspartame in it.
Why would you put
Really?
sweetener in water?
Yeah.
Right? Well, it's flavored sparkling water with 0 sugar and vitamins.
That Fiji
Yeah, but
water is
what-
supposed to be good as well.
I think we just hit a pet peeve on Chuck's here with the
Well, yeah.
I don't know why you got to put anything in a bottle of mineral water.
to give it
What-
flavor.
Yeah, well, that's been Volvic do that, don't they? Even some of the bigger brands even do that.
LaCroix.
Then it's not water anymore. It's a
Well, no,
fruit
you're right.
juice.
It's a
Yeah.
myth, isn't it?
Anyway.
Well, I've never actually tried this yet, so shall we do a taste test while we're on?
Oh, the canned water?
I want to hear
The
what
water.
it sounds like when you open it.
Oh, yeah.
Taste that
Mm.
water.
This way he slices his finger open on this new
Can't-
lid.
Can't even open it.
There we go. There's the can lid.
There's the little diagram as well. See, it just tells you what to do.
Oh
Just in
yeah,
case
I
you
was
were
actually
unsure.
just about to ask you how you use that thing.
Yeah.
It's got a little clip that flips up
That looks
there.
weird. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's open.
Oh,
Weird, it just popped open. Okay, so then you pull that back to get. Oh, I see. Okay, that works.
Slide back.
Okay.
yeah, it does look like
Oh,
a
yeah,
memory stick.
You pull that back and you get a little hole to drink out of. There we go.
Okay, here we go. He's drinking it.
Yeah, Yeah, that's water.
Was there anything else to it? Did it taste sweet or saccharine, or is there
No,
sweetener in it?
Salt,
Oh,
sodium.
There we go. I've got an actual
Metallic.
bottle of Velvet here as well.
Oh, compare
So,
water to water.
Let's compare, yeah. Let's say, hang on. There's the Velvet.
I didn't realise that Will had turned into the water connoisseur.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Maybe because it's a bit colder. The can just come out the fridge. The bottle's been out for a little while. Can tastes a bit nice.
Ah.
So there you go.
Probably the insulation and all that.
Maybe. I mean, the bottle's still cold, but the can's colder.
Maybe we should rerun this experiment at the end of the show when both have had a chance to cool down.
Yeah,
That's
you know what?
cracking
We can do
idea.
that,
I might have drank them
yeah.
all by then.
I was just going to say, but then you'll find out how good it is because he'll have drank the canned one. You won't be able to do that.
Yeah,
Although,
maybe right.
let's be honest, if I've drank, well, that's 500 ml, and the other one's 500 ml. If I've drank 1,000 ml of water in half an hour, I don't think there's something wrong with them.
Will you be bringing one of these
Is that
cans?
how you say that? 1,000 mil?
I don't think it is, no, it's probably wrong.
It's called a billion.
But I like it.
It's called a billion.
A billion.
Huh.
1,000 mil, yeah, that's true. A million.
Yeah.
Will
Billion
you,
waters.
will you be bringing one of these cans to Clash at the Castle?
They're going to rip that right out of his hand.
That's true, they will, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to bring it back to the show.
I don't think you're even allowed to bring it back in or anything like that. It's all very, very secure. Up in Drew McIntyre's homeland.
Cardiff, in the shadow of air.
I'd love to take my camera to the show, but you know, I think I may have slight trouble getting that in.
Yeah, I think you probably will. Saying that, if you get the tickets that are on sale now, you'll be that far back, you might need a camera to see what's going on.
Oh, you're making staying at home sound so pleasing.
I'm thinking that myself, and I've paid £300 for these tickets.
You're gonna be so annoyed if it's just like a B-level pay-per-view. Now it happens.
Oh.
It's not going to be B-level. Triple H is in charge.
Well,
But you were going to say he's in the on the card. Then.
He didn't
bring
book
Daniel
the show,
Bryan
did
back.
Yeah.
Do you know why the Daniel Bryan B+ thing was a thing?
Why?
Because Steph thought it was funny.
No, originally, I believe it was Dynamite Dave. Back in the day, referred to Triple H as a B+ player. And so it was a kind of in joke as like a kind of passing it on. Dave thinks that Daniel Bryan is awesome. I'm going to say on air that he's a B+ player.
I'm just kind of stuck at that point, and there you go.
And that was the one that everyone actually saw. Yeah, that was on TV. Whereas
Daniel Bryan said,
back in the mid-90s.
Thanks for making me the butt of your joke.
Yeah, right. It's just burying Daniel Bryan.
Thanks, Dave.
But yeah, Triple H was the original B+ player.
Interesting.
Wow.
Should we just get into the predictions then?
This won't take long. I've got 5 matches on this card.
That is correct.
Is that all that's announced?
Yes.
Yeah. I think.
Really?
Well, we're doing this early, aren't we?
Yes.
Well, one of us is going to be there next week. Maybe more won't be.
No beans.
We don't know. No, beans. Hang on. What?
What?
Beans might be there.
Oh, Beans might be there? Oh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
It sounded like he wasn't going to be there before, when all this stuff was happening before the show.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm an optimist. I don't want to rule it out.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I might on the morning of the event, I might just like tweet a picture of myself in an airport.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Picking up my stuff on the conveyor belt.
So we should probably say that we might, if anyone is listening, anyone does care, we're not going to be doing next week's show on the Saturday.
Right. Possibly
we're
Sunday.
looking at possibly Sunday, yeah. Because it's, well, we were saying before, it's all out as well next week, isn't it? So
That's also true.
it's a busy old weekend for us nerds.
And is NXT doing something as well? I think?
Yeah, they're doing their Worlds Collide pay-per-view.
Worlds Collide. That's
Pay-per-view. Premium live event, whatever you want to call it.
That's right.
I want to call it a pay-per-view.
But this is actually quite significant, this one, actually. Funny
Oh,
that, 'cause,
Wiki, if it helps at all, Wiki is calling it a professional wrestling live streaming event,
alright, okay.
which I guess makes more sense than pay-per-view
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's, they basically closed NXT UK.
It's gonna be like NXT Europe.
But that's not going to be happening until next year, so why they decided to do this now is a bit weird, but anyway. They're unifying all of the NXT UK titles with the NXT counterparts. There's a big word. Counterpart. So yeah, that's what's happening on this tournament. Then we got, I think it's Tyler Bate. He's the NXT UK champion. He'll be going against Bron Breakker for the unified NXT championship.
Okay.
There's a few others tag team ones that no one really cares about. So yeah, I think that's going to be happening because I think they know they're not daft enough to go head to head with AEW. So that's going to be happening during the afternoon, I think, of the Sunday.
Jesus.
So if you really are a wrestling freak, you've got Clash the Castle on Saturday. And
Worlds Collide.
Worlds
And
Collide. Then AEW.
Yeah.
All out.
That's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah. But so yeah, that's why we're doing this week, because we've been thinking about it. Because I'm gonna be in at Clash of the Castle for my sins.
It would have been interesting to see if we could have gotten you like live from the hotel room like we did with Beans that one time.
Well, if we do it on Sunday, I'm still gonna be in Wales, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
You
Still gonna
got
be
it.
there.
Alright.
I might try and do what do the kids use these days? TikTok, Twitter? I don't know.
A tiki-talk.
A TikTok.
Yeah.
I remember those good old days where I showed you the building with the hole in the roof.
Hey, that's still one of the best videos on the channel.
Yeah.
I
mean, we should probably talk about this off air, but if Chucks and Beans aren't going next week, if you guys want to do the show, and I can phone in as a special guest live on scene.
We can do
I
that.
think you should stake out and keep in your seat after the show finishes and do the show on a Sunday from your seat still.
Here I am, live in the arena still.
Maybe I can get them to put the AEW pay-per-view on the big screen in the stadium.
That'd be great.
Somehow I can't see that happen.
No.
I think it's worth a shot.
Give Trips. Can't you get on the phone to Trips? And,
I've not got the same relationship with Trips.
you know?
No.
Oh well.
And I wouldn't like to mire him. He's quite busy and he's had a rough year, so.
He's even busier these days for the handling.
Are you one of like Vince's old guard that's on the way out now? It's Kevin Dunn, Bruce Pritchard, Beans on Toast UK. We've got just...
Never has a stranger list been said.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not.
Guess we'll see.
Did you get an invite to the media thing that you did at SummerSlam?
I thought you were going to say like the court hearing or something. No.
Well,
I'm
Get on with
well
it.
and truly out. Yeah, Mr. Alba is. Rumours are that he's quite quickly overtaken me somehow.
oh well.
Can't think why, with him
No.
being professional and journalism and
Yeah. Well,
me being a can of beans.
that could be your gimmick though. If you get it, you could. You've seen them shirts, they're just beans. Surely.
No,
You
I
wear
was
one
more
of them.
thinking like when you watch the elections and you've got like the people that dress up in fancy dress next to
I
all
see,
the
yeah,
serious
yeah.
politicians. Just got
Yeah.
this image of like you turn on a press conference for WWE and you see someone stood in the back dressed as a beanstin.
Yeah. No,
I'm
I'd
not
work.
quite sure I really want this legacy.
There you go. You sit in the front row wearing that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'd do it.
I probably would as well, to be honest.
I might do it next week.
I just need a free ticket now. So if anyone is listening, trips,
The
I could be the bean guy.
beam guy.
The bean guy. What you really need is you said you might be going with your mate. Get your mate to dress up as a piece of toast.
I was
Right,
just going to
gonna
say,
no.
sit behind me. Yeah,
Anyway, there's
That-
still
that-
a tangent
that-
on it.
it has, but this is what happens with WWE. Don't put a decent card together before a big show.
Mhm. With the 5 matches on it.
Yeah, I've actually tried to start watching weekly TV, and I've got to be honest, for the last week and a half I've missed out. But even then, I was thinking there's not really a lot that's, like, working its way towards the event. It did feel like it was just another pay-per-view, the way that the storylines were playing out, I thought.
Last night, yeah, I know what you mean. Last night's SmackDown, they did quite a lot of work on McIntyre, I thought. Trying to basically build him up again into a credible contender.
Yeah.
It did kind of work. They did a lot of video packages going back to when he was the chosen one, and how he got fired and stuff, and how he's come back, when he's overcome the odds, Cena style. But it was quite good actually. They did, to be fair, they did do quite a good job of building him up again, and I don't think he's gonna win, but still,
Well, let's get to that.
yeah.
We have 5 matches. I'm guessing there'll be more. There kind of has to be, don't there?
I think
we will-
they were kind of teasing at the end of Raw last week. There was Edge and Damian
Baylor?
Priest,
Oh, Damian Priest.
but then
Didn't they face off in Toronto?
yeah, and then Beth Phoenix got involved at the end of the match. So I think they may do Edge and Beth against Rhea Ripley and one of them, possibly Finn. So that might get announced on Monday.
Cool, cool.
We're jumping ahead a bit, but they did actually do, because of the show next week in Cardiff, they did next week's SmackDown after last night's SmackDown.
Oh, so we already know what's on there.
So yeah, but there was nothing new announced. That was a bit weird. Unless they're gonna insert something in post, as they say.
Right, hang on, I'm confused now. So they filmed next week's SmackDown.
Last night.
Yeah, the double.
So-
Oh, right,
so-
and
so the one this Friday,
Sorry, right,
yeah,
that's the
to
one
go
that's
home.
just before the Clash.
Right.
Sorry, I was thinking that it was the SmackDown after Clash, and I'm thinking, you're kidding me.
No.
That's a TNA
Quite
move.
Impact just
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I feel like I'm watching Bound for Glory all over again.
Well, I haven't said that. We talked about the World's Collide pay-per-view. They did have Tyler Bate appear on the proper NXT before he'd actually won the NXT UK title on UK TV. So that was a silly move.
Well. So let's get through what we got, and then
No one watches NXT UK though, so no one really cares.
no. We'll catch up through the week when they add, if they add more. We have a 6-woman tag team match. We have Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka taking on Bailey. Why do they not have a team name yet? It should be like Bailey's. I don't think
Buddies.
Bailey's bitches, right? Yeah, the Bailey Buddies, right?
Bailey bitches works.
Yeah, but I don't know. These days, I'm not allowed. I'm just not sure I'm allowed to use that word anymore. It's the B word now, right? It's like,
Bailey's
that's the
B
new thing.
words.
Yeah, Bailey's B words. The Bailey Buddies, I like that because that was the thing. That was the inflatable guys.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah that works.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
I like that. I'm gonna Bailey's Buddies. That's my prediction. Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. They have to win, surely.
No, they're new. They're
the
new
Bailey
kids on the
Buddies?
block, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would make sense.
And Smoke's going for Bailey's B words.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Alexa's talking about going for the women's title as well, so maybe she turns on Bianca.
Buddies.
The buddies.
Yeah, buddy. Beans?
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't think there's that there's much point in making Bailey and her buddies lose.
Yeah, that makes sense. Bailey was very popular when she was in NXT in that takeover they did in the UK as well.
Oh, with Triple H running the show.
That was in like 2013 or something. It was a long time ago, but it's true.
9 years later.
It can't be 9. Is it that long?
You said 2013. Yeah, that's 9 years.
I know. I'm thinking I was in Manila at the time when I watched it, and that was either 2013 or 15.
Okay, 9 or 7 years.
I think it might have been. I think it was the first time. Anyway, it was a long time ago. Going back a long way. Rollins versus Riddle. Seth freaking Rollins versus Riddle.
In
who has
a
no
match.
idea. In a match that is happening.
Yeah, fuck Riddle. It's gotta be Rollins.
So Riddle
I
just
could
can't
see
win
them.
any matches then.
Neither can Rollins. I mean,
Rollins has been losing a lot. So.
Yeah, I go Rollins.
the hell with Riddle. Rollins has got to win one eventually.
Rollins.
What about you?
Rollins,
Chucks.
Rollins. For me too, yeah. And Beans?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to argue it.
Yeah. That said, I kind of think Riddle might be quite popular in the UK. He's the kind of guy that UK audiences tend to like for some reason.
Why is he a druggie? Or are they druggies?
We really liked RVD.
Okay.
I mean, everyone liked RVD, but true.
Although I'm quite interested to see you get the whole stadium singing along with Rollins' music.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
I don't
I'll
know,
do it.
everybody-
No one else does.
I'm kind of out of the loop with all of these things now, all the new theme musics and stuff. But whenever I watch the Royal Rumble, I've got no idea who anyone is.
Yeah.
There'll be all these kind of that Rollins is going to want us to sing along, and I'm not going to know what the song is.
What
You'd know it when you were.
what
Yeah,
animal?
yeah,
What animal do you think is gonna come out of Riddle's shoes?
Dragon, obviously.
Oh god, dragons!
Loads of tiny dragons.
Oh my
Gotta be a
god!
dragon.
Oh my god! Okay, yeah, I could see that, unfortunately.
Gotta be a dragon. I'm missing the shape. If it's not a dragon, I'm going home.
Sadly, Will, being there live, you won't see the dragon.
What, you mean I'm not real?
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I hate to break this to you.
Unleash the foot dragons on the audience.
We'll
on the
text you.
castle.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, where I'm sitting, I'll be watching most of the show on the screen anyway, so it won't matter.
Could it be Bluebirds? Because it's Cardiff?
That's
I
yeah,
don't
Smackdown.
think that well knowledge.
Smackdown.
bit of a niche reference, though.
That's a Smackdown thing.
Explaining, yeah. Okay, so that's Rollins, everyone. How about the IC title? This is an interesting one. Gunther is current champion. He's defending against Sheamus.
This could be a good one, this, I think.
This could be really good. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure who the fans are going to be. I think we're going to be big into Gunther. But Sheamus is Sheamus, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it the only title that Sheamus hasn't won?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, it's got to be him. Yeah.
I do wonder if they're going to give it him because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna... See...
It's got to be Sheamus. Cause like I'm thinking, you know, maybe Gunther drops the Intercontinental title, and then he's kind of a credible threat to go after Roman Reigns here.
That's the point, yeah. And they're not gonna have too many feel-good moments, are they? So, Sheamus winning. I mean, they may as well call it his hometown, doing it with Drew McIntyre. So might as
It's
well.
probably closer to his than Drew's.
Mhm.
Do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Sheamus. Shamey, as he calls himself these days. Sheamus. Shamey.
Shamey Sheamus. I was going to go with Gunther, but spoilers for my next predictions. I don't think there's going to be any other title changes on the show. So,
Yeah, I don't think
to
so.
give us
So-
something, I'm going to change my prediction to Sheamus. Which would also be kind of cool, because the first live
Bandwagon.
show I ever saw here, some like indie show in Bristol, had Sheamus on it before he got big. He
Bandwagon.
showed up, this like giant, very pale guy. I was like, oh, it's Sheamus O'Shaughnessy, I know that guy. And now here he is. I could see him again on the big stage, winning his missing IC title.
Beans.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go Sheamus as well. Sorry, I know it's not very exciting, but I do think that,
Bandwagoner.
like you say,
Bandwagoner, the both of you.
I was the one that did say that this isn't the only one he hasn't won before, so...
It's true. That's true.
He hasn't won the Universal, but I don't really know that that's a thing anymore.
Yeah, they're
but they'd
conjoined.
still say a world champion,
Yeah.
wouldn't they?
Yeah.
He won the WWE and the world.
Yeah, because he put a picture up of his cabinet with all of them in it,
Is there a space where the
and it was just like the only one that isn't there. Like,
So we get a shot of
let's have
that.
a look at that cabinet picture.
Oh yeah, right here. Look at that.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
One more to complete the full set.
The Cena spinner there.
He seemed like a really nice guy outside of his character. You need a bigger cabinet, fella.
I was gonna say that's like a really low-key cabinet. It's like
Huh.
just a shelving unit at his house, his modest house.
Yeah.
Not even a place for his briefcase there.
Big Liverpool fan as well.
He is a big Liverpool fan.
well, no one's
Oh,
perfect.
Most of the cool people are.
Not Cesaro.
No.
No.
No. Or MVP.
Or MVP.
Oh, he's all right.
Is he?
Friend of the show, MVP.
To be fair to MVP, he's actually a genuine United fan. He's been a United fan for years. So.
All right.
Oh,
What? And I'm not.
Yeah, since they were good.
No, sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Wow.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I'm only a glory hunter. As soon as Fergie announced his retirement, I thought, right, this is the time to buy in on this club.
Buy high, sell low. Like my bitcoins. Liv Morgan will be defending the SmackDown Women's title against Shayna Baszler. She beat Shayna's mate a couple of times, so.
Mm-hmm. I'll go last
There we
on
go.
this one.
There is a rumor this match could be changed.
Oh,
Ronda? I don't know who Ronda is. Ronda?
Ronda.
Rousey.
No, come on, no, not her. Fuck her.
Which not a fan.
It's almost like he's got a vendetta against us.
Yeah, she's a Sandy
But
Hook
she's-
denier. Allegedly, but I mean, the evidence is there that she's a Sandy Hook denier.
I'm just gonna carry on. There's a rumor that Ronda Rousey,
And what about her?
Ronda's a Welsh name, isn't it? She should be in this.
Didn't she get like detained on a SmackDown or something?
Yeah, she got arrested for
Right. So how is she
Sorry,
gonna make like international borders as a criminal?
Well, if you hold on for a minute, I'll tell you. Basically, on the SmackDown we haven't seen yet, that was taped last night, the suspension was lifted. And I believe she attacked Adam Pearce again, so I don't know how that went.
Yeah, she's
But,
still a criminal.
Well, she's learnt from her mistakes.
So, yeah, so there is reports that this match could be turned into a triple threat. Sometime before Saturday, or possibly between Friday and Saturday. So, possibly not. Maybe she just gets involved. She was on the original advertising from the stadium, so I think she's going to be there one way or the other.
She's a criminal.
the Ronda Valley,
Well,
which
that's
has an
it,
H and an
that's-
extra D,
Well, I know.
is only about 15 miles away from Cardiff.
Mm.
So if we're talking
That's-
about hometown,
Well, I was going to say,
it's a stretch, but
it's closer than McIntyre and Sheamus. So.
closer than
Yeah.
yeah.
She's a criminal. No.
Criminals can travel, you know.
I don't know, it just comes back to that every time. Nope, she's a criminal.
I think they are allowed to travel. I think it depends what they've done, but they are allowed to travel.
Yeah, she assaulted people. She's not allowed to travel. She's an international threat. Keep her home.
Doesn't it depend if they press charges?
Yeah, which Adam Pearce should
you
do.
might- dunno.
Go to the full extent of the law. And let her watch her conspiracy videos at home. Yeah. Fine.
If that's the case, isn't that where they like don't leave town? Well, she does
Yeah.
that every night when they move on to the next one, so that's already out the window.
Okay, she's an outstanding criminal.
She's an outstanding, like the best criminal.
I was just going to say that means she's just really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be in Wales.
She'll
As a
be in
criminal.
Wales.
Yeah, as a criminal. Warrant should be out for arrest.
I really don't know what the hell they're doing with Ronda Rousey, Liv Morgan, and Shayna Baszler, and
Yeah, that's true.
I just feel like every week they're like scratching their head, thinking what's the best thing to do this week? Like, where do we go with it?
Yeah.
And I kind of get the feeling that the crowd reaction's in the same mindset because they just don't know Who's
They seem to
supposed
be managing
behind?
Ronda a bit better. Probably more than Triple H just took over.
Greg in the chat's asking,
Yes.
do you think there will be any more matches added? Yeah, we think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very likely.
more than likely. Yeah.
Hope so. Anyway, not spending £100 to watch 5
No,
matches.
no.
Underwhelming.
They should bring back who's the Welsh guy? Mason Ryan.
Mason Ryan.
He get
Wow.
a hell of a response.
Wow.
What a callback.
Wow. He walks out, and I guarantee you the first thing I say is, who the fuck is that?
Batista looks different.
Welsh Tista.
Welsh
Welsh
Batista.
I hope he's wearing blue.
That'd be great. So
It's not even his hometown. He was from Swansea, wasn't he?
oh my god.
Oh god, don't go down the Swansea Cardiff. Shenanigans.
I've still got hopes up that Craig Bellamy's going to be in the main event.
Sure. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
What's-
Reigns punching
what's-
Craig Bellamy.
What's Mason Ryan doing these days? Find out.
I bet he's retired. That's
Can I just
Oh,
say that I have like a vision that if MJF was actually on this show and there was no concerns about what he would say, he'd make some terrible joke about Ryan Giggs.
Retired 2015. There you go.
Oh wow, he's in Cirque du Soleil.
Oh, good for him.
Well, he
Is
was
he
in
still there in
2016.
2016? Mason the Maniac on Twitter. There he is. I wonder if he's still tweeting.
Probably not.
Chief Archer, Cirque du Soleil.
Let's
He
see.
was, as of July 2019.
Huh?
How do block anything related to Love Island? Tired of seeing that stupid poop emoji on my timeline.
That's a good question, to be honest.
Well, it's
Interesting.
finished now, so
Huh.
it's cancelled. Don't have to worry about
Yeah,
that.
that was in 2019, 2 years ago.
I
There you go.
talked about the trailer for Top Gun Maverick. That was a long time that film was threatening to come out.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm guessing we're not going to get any Mason Ryan, or Ryan Mason, for that matter. Let's look at what Ryan Mason's doing now. He was-
Was there any other Welsh names in WWE? I can't think of any.
No, I think Mason Ryan was the first one, wasn't he?
Was the only one? Yeah.
Right.
Except, is it... Oh man, I think one of the NXT women might be Welsh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you might be right, actually.
Speaking of women, Liv Morgan, Shayna Baszler here.
Liv Morgan for me.
Okay. I'll go last.
Tegan Knox, there you go, that's the one. I think.
I was going to say, was it Tegan Knox? I wasn't sure. Flash, Morgan Webster, and Mark Andrews were Welsh as well. They've been released.
Oh yeah, that's, and so is Tegan Knox, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Ah well.
Oh well. You wonder why Wales was picked as a location for this historic event?
Well, you told us there was a bit of shenanigans going on.
I was going to say, maybe it's something to do with the tax breaks they've been given by the local government.
Tax breaks.
Anyway.
Will you? What were you picking?
yeah.
Sorry.
Tegan Knox is from Bargod.
How close to
Not
that
far
is?
from Cardiff.
Yeah. Thank you.
But pretty damn close.
Thank
in
you.
In the valleys.
I'm going to Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan as well for Will. Beans.
Or as I was, every time I tried to type her name while I was making that graphic today, I kept typing Live Morgan.
Yeah.
But there you go.
I kind of think that it's Liv will still be the champion, but I do wonder if they're just going to do another stupid thing where it'll be like some DQ or no contest or something.
I could see Smoke's best friend getting involved.
Yeah.
She's a criminal. No.
I wouldn't mind seeing maybe they do Ronda Shayna.
I would.
That would be good.
I would. I
Yeah.
would mind. I would mind.
That's what we've been waiting for.
I would mind.
Why would you mind?
Because Ronda's a Sandy Hook
Criminal.
denier and a criminal, yeah.
I'm gonna pick Shayna Baszler, but I don't think she wins the title, which is a bit probably
Okay.
costing me a point, but you know.
You think Liv is going to get herself DQ'd?
Yeah, I think like I don't know. No, I think that Ronda could get involved and like start scrapping with Liv and accidentally cost. Oh no, because then she'd get the win by
Liv
DQ.
would win by DQ. Yeah, it would have to be like a
Yeah.
Liv count out or something.
I'm just gonna put the winner of the match as Shayna. Just to kind of
I
keep
don't
everything
know
copacetic.
Yeah, I probably just lost a point there, but there we go.
Smoot going for Shayna as well.
Yeah, I won't be as specific like Beans was there just a moment ago, but I could see Shayna just walking out with the title. Because Liv honestly isn't that credible of a champion, and I think the match at SummerSlam kind of proved that. I mean, there's still unresolved beef with her and Ronda, but do you set up for a rematch with that and take Shayna out, or a triple threat perhaps? But you're opening the door to even more chicanery.
But isn't that going to be the whole Liv Morgan title reign? That she just chicaneries herself through?
Yeah, but nobody wants to see that.
4 underwhelming months.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that though. That's the thing.
No, that's true.
Yeah, it just seems really sad that you've taken someone that got a standing ovation from everyone and you finally deserve it to. Yeah, you don't really. You're just like gonna
It's
eventually turn into a heel to try and keep
Yeah.
hold of your title.
Which is why Beans saying that Shayna wins but doesn't actually get the title is a solid pick. I feel, because I was kind of thinking the same thing.
dragged it on for another month. People were into Liv because of the chase. She was a good underdog. Now she's the champion, and it's we don't really want anything now. We've got the thing that wanted to see her win. She's won. What's next? Do you guys think Roman will lose at least one of his belts? Not
No.
on Saturday.
No, not at all.
Eventually he'll lose both.
Yeah, I could see them doing some kind of.
True.
He's got the. It's the only night of the year everyone on SmackDown go head-to-head competition coming up.
Oh, that's Survivor Series.
Exactly. That's not far away, and they've, maybe that's where they split it up somehow.
I hope not. I like the one title thing, but what do you do at WrestleMania if there's only one champion?
You have one main event.
You have one main event, but then here's the follow-up question: if they get The Rock,
You still have
do you
one
do
main
with the
event.
Rumble winner?
You still have one
Which
main
is against
event.
The
I
Rock,
don't.
then, yeah, he's only.
Am I missing something? Is this match with Drew not for both belts?
It
Yeah,
is.
it
It
is.
is. It is.
There's been talk fairly recently that the possibility he may have a match with Karrion Kross at one point with just one on the line somehow.
Stupid.
Yeah.
But
I hate to carry
I-
Cross being the guy to beat him for one belt anyway. That's just
I don't get it how they could. I mean, I'm sure WWE could probably find a way of doing it, but he's unified the titles. It's one title now.
yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's not as if he's the WWE and Universal Champion.
Well, apparently that is how it is. Both titles are active, apparently independently active.
Really, that's daft.
Yeah, but it is. Yeah, I totally agree. that's the way they're doing it for now. I think they're just leaving options open. They say the same about the tag belts.
I did
What's
read
the
a report
point?
today
It's not
that Triple H is apparently looking at bringing in a new design for the title.
Yeah, apparently Triple H is redesigning like all of the belts now. isn't he?
Yeah.
Good.
But, yeah, don't need that logo everywhere.
Just putting his face in all of them.
I just wish. I mean, the
It's
thing
gonna be
is,
skulls and everything.
but
Someone did say that there's a Clash of the Castle shirt on the WWE shop, and it's got a big skull on it. And someone said he's already turned his attention to the t-shirt department.
He's like, "Oi, these shirts are
Sorry,
terrible."
Beans,
no, I was just saying. I did like it when they changed up the titles and things, and whilst the IC belt isn't for everyone, at least it looks different than like the main titles just being the logo on all of them the same. Just isn't for me.
Yeah,
I don't
agreed.
necessarily think it's a bad belt, but I just think it shouldn't be the same design for everything.
Mhm. But then when someone wins the Super Bowl or whatever, and you want to send them a belt for...
That's it. It works perfectly, but I kind of think it's like the idea comes from Cena's, doesn't it? The spinner belt. That's where it comes from. It's getting that logo wherever they can get it.
Well, I mean, you could still have that belt, or a slight variation of that belt, I think, and you know, if you've still got two main champions, have one where you go and make a bit of a different look to it, you know, like they did with the World Heavyweight title, the WCW title. Yeah.
Speaking of the unified belts, have you seen the graphic that they've been using to promote this match?
Show it to me.
I trying to find it now. It's just come to me, but I can't find it.
Great.
They've basically, I'm trying to come for it now. I thought that was just there. They basically photoshopped the two titles together. Basically, to save space.
Oh yeah.
graphic.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it looks terrible.
And obviously, the Universal title says Universal Champion on the bottom.
Yeah.
And the WWE title says World Heavyweight Champion on the bottom.
Yeah.
And where they photoshopped together, I'm trying to find this graphic, I can't see it. Where they photoshopped it together, it actually says Universal 8 Champion.
Yeah.
Universal Light.
It's a really poor Photoshop. I'll try and get it from somewhere before we.
Well, while you're looking for that, let's get some predictions in. I'm pretty sure we're all going to be saying the same thing. I'll throw it out there. I've got a strange feeling that Roman Reigns might retain this one.
You mean the big dog and Uan, Arn Peacock and Leaky Chief and head of the table and last man standing undisputed champion Reigns?
I mean, the juggernaut, Roman Reigns.
Oh, I mean, that works too.
Yeah, that does work.
The tribal chief himself.
Yeah, I'm going with Reigns.
Yeah.
Beans.
Yeah, sorry to disappoint you, I'm the same.
Yeah, so the only real discourse that we have is probably the women's match.
Yeah.
Crazily enough.
Yeah.
That is it.
So it's like
I'm
pretty
a
much
little
all or
tempted.
nothing.
A little tempted by Gunther in the IC match, and
Yeah?
if there was any doubt that Reigns is going to hold it till WrestleMania, this would be the time. They have built Drew McIntyre fairly well, or at least protected him, kept him away from Reigns for this. He's as close to his hometown as he's ever going to be. And it has been a long time. Reigns has held the belt and the belts for a long time now. So there is a chance.
I've got this horrible image now that Roman Reigns beats him, and then the following month, Karrion Kross takes the titles off Reigns on a B-level pay-per-view.
Well, Kross was teasing that they give him the tick. He kept saying TikTok for McIntyre on SmackDown. Because you're either going to get involved in the match or you're going to do one of them stupid dances on TikTok, I don't know.
Social
Yeah.
But, maybe he does get involved, maybe he costs McIntyre the match somehow. That would be the obvious choice. But...
Possibly, yeah. So I guess that's the predictions there. Should we get into the best of worst of the week?
Well, before we do, I just want to explore the little something here a little bit, because
Go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry.
now I'm just wondering. We've got 2 nights of WrestleMania, 2 main events. We've got potentially The Rock showing up, which would have to be a match with Reigns. But then you've got the Rumble winner, who I'm going to guess is Cody Rhodes. Do you have Reigns work both nights, one and then the other?
Why not? If he's undisputed champ.
Does Reigns at some point lose the belts? Cody goes after the belts, and then we have Reigns and Rock just singles. Because, I mean, that's a main event with or without the belts.
It's true.
Could it be that he drops it sometime before WrestleMania?
I did see a small rumor that there's... I mean, I can't see it myself because I don't think he's going to be ready, but I think there was a tweet basically promoting Clash of the Castle from WWE's own Twitter account the last couple of weeks. And Cody Rhodes did the reply to it with the eyes emoji.
Yeah.
So, I mean, surely it's too soon for him to come back this week.
Could make an appearance. I don't know why, but he could.
And that would be quite cool to see him at the show, but yeah. I think you're right though. I think he's definitely winning the Rumble. I think he's definitely.
I mean, it's still far out. Anything can kind of happen from here to.
Sure, but what's your early prediction for the situation going into WrestleMania now?
I mean, if Vince was still running the show, I could see Cody. I could see Cody winning it. I think it's way too early.
That's why it's a prediction.
I know.
Yeah.
So if not Cody, because he's a Vince guy, who are you saying for? Who's a Triple H guy? Johnny Gargano.
Maybe.
Ciampa.
Maybe.
Ciampa. Yeah. Pete Dunne.
Triple H himself is by January he's gonna fuck it. I'll just do it.
Robotic heart be damned.
Yeah.
That's a story, by the way. Pete Dunne. He's obviously Butch. He has been Butch for a few months now.
Yeah.
He had a match which we'll see on SmackDown next week.
This Friday.
As Butch, but he was wearing his Pete Dunne gear. So there is rumor that Triple H is about to get rid of all these silly name changes.
Good.
Theory's been seen on a poster being called Austin Theory again.
Good.
Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, so Butch might be known as Pete Dunne again. They've kind of referenced that recently. Actually, is it last week? Pat McAfee said that Butch was a nickname.
Yeah.
But he never actually
I think
said
it was on his
Pete
first
Dunne.
week as well.
So. Did he say that? I must have missed that. But,
I seem to remember on his debut, someone said something about like that's Pete Dunne, or
yeah.
I think this they introduced him. We call him Butch. I think it was.
Yeah.
So it looks like this thing of changing everyone's name for no apparent reason might be over with.
Gotcha.
Johnny Gargano came back on Raw, didn't he? As his own name.
Johnny Wrestling.
Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah. Should we get into the best of now? The best and worst of?
No predictions for WrestleMania.
No, it's too early. It's too early.
I know. That's why. That's the fun.
Can we wait till after Cardiff?
No.
Why?
Because it's supposed to be a prediction. It's supposed to be difficult.
It's too early. I'm sorry.
I know. I'm not putting money on it. I don't need it to be right.
I know.
Don't worry about getting it wrong. That's fine. I'm probably wrong too. It's fine. I just want some bold predictions here. How would you book it?
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. Good. I like it.
Could happen.
Stone Cold one night, The Rock the next night.
Could happen.
Where are we
And
going to
then
put
Chris
eight?
Jericho can come out at the end of it and say, "You're not the only one that's beaten them both in the
Yeah.
Hang on, Beans.
same
If you'd have-
weekend."
If you'd have that, where are you going to put AJ Michaels?
That could be a main event on the Friday night. 'Cause it'll be a 3-day WrestleMania by that point.
I don't know.
More is more.
Reigns versus, I don't know, fucking,
Paul Heyman.
no.
Brock
At least
Lesnar.
be sensible. Yeah, maybe Lesnar for the 45th time.
Lesnar again.
Cain Velasquez.
No, he's
my God.
actually a criminal now.
He actually is. It's true.
Tyson Fury.
Oh God, no. Oh God, no.
Craig Bellamy.
I'll entertain the idea if Reigns is champ all the way till WrestleMania again.
So, do you think it's likely that he would be champion at WrestleMania?
I think it's
Very much so. Yeah.
Very much. You think he's going to go into WrestleMania as champion? That's good. That's a good start.
Yeah. I'll
they've
entertain
come-
that
they've-
idea.
I think they've come this far with Reigns now that it would be silly to
Yeah.
lose the title at this stage.
And if he loses one of the belts, I think that's where he kind of loses his luster a little bit.
Mm.
I tend to agree.
Um,
So the Rock rumor, do you think that's going to
no,
happen, or
no,
you think
No.
that there's no Rock?
no Rock.
What about
That
another
simplifies
spin on
the whole
all
thing.
this? Because
I'm sorry, say that again.
if you
Beans?
think, what about another spin on it in the fact that Drew McIntyre won the Rumble and was scheduled to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and he did so in front of nobody,
Yeah.
and he was robbed of that big, massive moment.
Mm.
Then they
then he
gave
got
him
it
the
the next year.
WrestleMania, but it was the first match on the card, and he didn't get it. And now he's
lost.
spent all this time building him up, and now he's in his own country, and they keep going on about British Bulldog and Bret Hart at Wembley Stadium. Are they going to make a new memory? And Reigns actually does lose this, and this is like a big moment for McIntyre, and we told you we'd give you it proper.
No.
I told you we'd give you it proper.
Yeah,
Oh.
right up there.
I mean, yeah. Well, my God. My God.
This
I
show
mean,
on PG, wasn't it?
it's a distinct possibility. I agree.
And
I
then, like you say, Reigns is open then to, he could
Non-title
disappear
against The
for
Rock.
ages. Yeah, non-title against The Rock at WrestleMania, disappears for ages.
No,
Drew
I
versus Cody,
that would be good. So don't get me wrong.
former
I
tag
think-
champions.
I think
Yeah.
Triple H hates Cody Rhodes. I'm sorry. I think maybe Cody's like big push kind of takes a back seat. I feel.
Oh, that'd be so disappointing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Then
I think
it
that
will
we-
be. It's a true testament if he's really all about best for business. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
Sorry, Will. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No,
If there's
correct.
if there's one lesson that you can take from Vince McMahon, it's the, time heals all wounds.
Unless you're Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Well, okay, might not have
I
been the
don't
best
know.
example, but
But everyone else, Bret Hart, yeah.
I like the idea
Lots
of McIntyre getting his moment, like you say. He probably does deserve it as well. But I don't know. I still think they're going for that moment of The Rock being the only guy to actually defeat Reigns.
Mhm.
I think it's been building up to this for near enough, over 2 years now, isn't it? Nearly?
Yeah.
And then
that's
what would
been
you
the-
do? That then leads to the other thing. Now you.
Oh, come
The Rock is
on.
your double champion. Yeah,
well, it is
right,
serious,
I know.
like because he's not going to stick around, is he, with the belt?
Right,
No.
he's
So
not going to be a regular, even semi-regular. Does he,
He
just
takes him.
drop the belt?
He
straight
takes
away?
him to the XFL.
Takes him to the XFL.
Both of them on each shoulder. And he's like, "Welcome to opening season" or whatever. Like.
Didn't you
That
have him
season
showing
we
up
just
in
finished,
AEW last week?
Hmm?
Didn't you say you were going to show up in AEW at one point?
What, with John Cena?
The side-by-side ad
With-
for
with
Shark
Cena,
Week, yeah.
yeah.
It's gonna happen.
The Rock turns up on Dynamite with the
It's gonna happen.
WWE titles.
I don't know about with the titles, but he's gonna show up on Dynamite, I feel.
What?
You won't predict WrestleMania, but you will predict The Rock showing up.
Yes!
The Rock is
Yeah,
all
but
elite.
and John Cena.
And John Cena, why not? Let's go.
What drink
What
has
if-
he
what if-
been having again?
What if Warner Brothers Discovery is like, I want Cena and The Rock on Dynamite. We have a wrestling show. I want these two guys on our wrestling show. Make it happen, Tony.
Never in a lifetime.
Never in a... Come on. Come on. They're independent contractors. Come on. That Warner Brothers Discovery could flex that.
Madness.
It would be madness. That's why it could happen, and I want it to happen. They'd hit 2 mil. All right, that's a bit of a stretch.
I probably would hit 2 mil.
It's a bit of a stretch, but still.
I think they could do it. All right, let's do some.
Okay.
Let's do some thumbs then.
Alrighty, you got it. What are we thumbing and bumming this week?
That's the question.
Yeah.
Love that music.
Thank you.
I've got to be honest, it didn't sound good, and it sounded a hell of a lot worse with this music.
Oh, what the hell, Beans? What's the problem?
Welcome to the 1970s disco,
Oh,
where we're thumbing and bumming.
That's the best bit. Bum, bum, bum.
Alright, anyway. Who wants to go first?
I actually can't think of it.
Alright, I'll
I
go
don't-
first, I guess, in this case.
Go on, I'll think of something.
I'll go with my thumbs down, which is just basically AEW's Dynamite this week.
I thought it was good.
I was hyped for the what I thought would have been the main event of CM Punk and Jon Moxley. Maybe I got suckered in, but yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but it was basically like a 3-minute match. Everything was fine up until Punk went to go for a kick on Moxley with the rehabilitated foot and ended up re-injuring, quote-unquote, re-injuring his foot. And I thought it just made him look like a complete buffoon. And it was just a complete waste of time. All the Papa rating. Which, by the way, they did get over 1 million this week, so... Barely, but...
So,
And
yeah,
there was just also there was,
a bit odd.
yeah, there was other stuff as well. I just wasn't crazy about on the show either. Like the first couple of matches also had like run-ins and interference. I was like, really? This is kind of lame. Sorry, Will, I didn't mean to cut you off again.
No, you're okay. Spike shoots in it now. There we go. I'll kill you. I'm only joking. Now I just what's the situation? Do we know what's the, are we doing this again at All Out or?
Well,
injured,
what's the end game here?
He's-
Do
injured
you do a rematch? Do you do a rematch where it's, you know, now that Mox is champion, which that's awesome for him, by the way. You have Punk lose again, or do you have Mox become a paper champion after that promo they cut, or do you do a rare DQ setup, or maybe you have MJF come in and ruin everything?
Yeah, and I'm not mentioning him right now, are they?
Yeah, they kind of put
That's
themselves in
gonna
a
be my
corner.
thumbs down. I'm jumping on that. They've dropped the MJF thing.
Think so?
Everyone was talking about
sorry.
that. That was big. Oh, and Darby Allin's hand tattoo.
Oh, what happened with that?
I don't know.
Is it there?
I haven't seen his hand.
Yeah.
I thought he had a match.
Yeah, the coffin match. That was a couple weeks ago, which was insane, by the way. Because like Brody King was like
so
was
did you
gushing
not see
blood.
his hand in this?
I did
No,
not.
he didn't hold his hand up at any point.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
whole MJF angle being totally dropped. He was the hottest thing for a little while. he disappeared. I guess they're playing that whole story. He should disappear for a while, but now what? I don't know if there's any kind of real now where he has bad feelings towards Tony Khan or vice versa. If so, then I blame them. If not, then it's, I guess, just creative being stupid, not taking advantage of something when they really should be. I don't know what's going on, but something should be happening, and it's not. So that's my thumbs down. Let's get back to the whole title picture thing.
Go for it.
Oh, just whatever you were saying. What do you do with Jon Moxley now and CM Punk? I think you're right. You kind of have to do a rematch.
Well,
that can't be it.
Well, the big hubbub last week was the fact that Punk called out Hangman Page, who wasn't there, and people were like, "Oh, this is a shoot. This is he's all going off script. He's irate."
So unprofessional,
right? And it's not like people on previous angle, or just like even in WWE, how many times have we seen people call someone out and they're not there, and it's part of the show? Numerous times. So, Punk does this. Granted, the verbiage is a little different and kind of, shootish, I guess, and people are like losing their minds. I don't know. I thought it was kind of silly that he's calling out Hangman and he wants to have like a rematch with him because there's unresolved differences, which is why I thought that Punk would have won. It sets up Punk versus Hangman, the rematch at All Out, and then you could still have the MJF stuff happen.
That would have made sense.
Now it's kind of like they booked themselves in a corner a little bit.
Well, maybe, but did they? Like, this kind of, I guess it depends on whether or not Punk really is injured, or not injured but not ready.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Is like this is another thing that just kind of clown shoes AEW medical team, like
because they've done this not that long ago,
right?
With Daniel Bryan, twice now, where he's done the kind of concussion thing mid-match,
and then Matt Hardy.
And Matt Hardy too.
Wait, remember when he took that like backstage bump, and he like knocked himself silly?
Legit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And he still had to do the the big scaffolding spot afterwards, as like with the lights on, nobody home routine.
Yeah. So that was bad because it was real.
It was real, yeah.
But now they're doing these storylines where guys are coming back too early and getting re-injured in their first match.
Right. Back, yeah.
Which isn't real, but makes the medical team look bad again.
Yeah.
So now, is Punk like he can't be acting? Obviously, that wasn't real, but it could be that he's not quite there yet. He could do this like.
Then why book the match in the first place?
Right. And so now I think this could be quite clever if they want Punk to take an extended bit of time off. They bring him back. They resolve this interim title thing. Take him off. Give him a good excuse to come back into a title match when he is ready.
Then he should have relinquished the title in the first place.
Well, that's not what they do. They do this maybe, and this is all obviously speculation. Maybe they thought he would be ready by now. Maybe he's not quite ready by now, so they need a bit more time. Let's just scrap this whole thing. Get the interim title over with. Make it one belt again, and come back to it when we can.
With peace and love, he's in his like mid 40s, right? Or early mid 40s.
Yeah.
What mid 40-year-old in general can rehab a foot injury in 2 months? Unless your name is John Cena.
Depends on the foot injury, I guess.
Yeah. I
They obviously thought he could. I don't know. I don't know.
I think
the real story. This could be a very clever way of getting out of an awkward situation. They've resolved the interim thing. Jon Moxley, he's the best option for champion that they got. So where they've ended up is good. But you're right. The whole thing is a little. It's kind of messy.
Yeah, and not only that, the match was booked in the top of the second hour, and everybody was like, "Yeah, shit's going down. Something goofy's gonna fucking happen," and it did. And then they put the trios.
Even that.
Yeah.
Even that's got a a silver lining to that. They booked it as if it was real. They have the 60 minutes to go
Right.
if it goes time limit. That makes sense. You don't want to book it in, 5 minutes from the end of the show, because then you really know that something screwy is going to go on.
I think
There's
if
a
you
lot
have
of
it,
things that AEW does think about these things, and sometimes it comes off as being like, "What the hell?
yeah,
This doesn't make any sense."
yeah,
Like you book this match with the expectation that it could go long, and then you have Ricky Starks and the 6-man main event to go on afterwards. That doesn't make sense.
no, it does not.
But it kind of does if you think that they have to at least have the time there for it to go long.
But it's for the world title. Like, that is your main.
Exactly.
That's main event quality booking. It should be. Like, I don't get it. Like, why would you have the trios titles after it? Because, like, I'll tell you this right now, I didn't give a fuck about the trios match. You cannot pay me to give a single care in the world about Will Ospreay. I don't care how much money you have.
Really?
I do not give a shit about that man.
He's been accused of something, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was like blackballing people.
Okay. That's
This is old ground. But he looks like a guy that roofies people, and I don't care for him.
I feel
Wow.
not exactly that way, but the other guys, the Aussie Open guys, I don't know who they are, and I really don't care.
Thank you.
Like, at least Will Ospreay has a name, and I know he's really good. So if they want to bring him in as a singles,
And he looks
do
like
some
somebody
stuff
who
with
roofies
back or
people.
whatever. Yeah, maybe he does look like a bit of a douche, but that's fine. Like, he can do stuff. He's good. Those other guys, I got nothing.
Yeah, I just hated this week's episode of Dynamite. I'm sorry. Because, like,
Ricky Starks was good.
and then you also have like Thunder Rosa just randomly announcing that she's injured, which may or may not have some sort of relation to the real life beef that she has with Britt Baker. And now there's an interim 4-way championship, which makes or a 4-way match for the interim championship for the women's title. And then, Kylan King's kind of just left out to dry for the second week in a row. She lost last week, or rather the week prior, to Toni Storm. And then randomly she gets booked for a match against Britt Baker, which makes no fucking sense.
I don't know who Kylan King is. She just showed up last week,
Right?
lost, and then here she is again.
Yeah. And it's just, it just goes into the whole aspect of AEW has no idea how to, run the women's division. The only one weekly obligated match that they always book, just randomly put together that you're supposed to care about, which nobody does. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Why is Jay Lethal going against Dax Hardwood? That seems more like an ROH match than anything. Not only that, it ends in, with an interference run-in. Yeah, the Guns. Like, I don't know. Like, what's Wardlow doing? Have a TNT championship match. Like, I did not. When I saw the fancy the graphic here, like, here, let me pull it up. Yeah. When I saw this, I was like, this is a very weak fucking undercard. Because, like, I don't give a shit about, Jericho or whatever. The women's match was randomly
Jericho and Garcia have a little confrontation.
Yeah.
Yeah, the undercard is very weak there. That's
Yeah.
a Rampage show.
Yeah.
And the one match that you do want to see was
not the main event.
Yeah.
So.
I guess. I mean, you're kind of selling me on the show not being that great.
It wasn't.
I watched it and thought it was fine. I thought the start with Jericho and Danielson, they were really good.
Yeah.
The Daniel Garcia was quite good. He went a little bit into this is all fake and I just had a really great 5-star match.
Mm-hmm.
When really it should have been like, I dreamed of having a match against the best in the world. He said, I dreamed of having a great match. You shouldn't be dreaming of that if this is real. And then at the end, he got a little bit like, I just can't do this right now. I can't decide. My mentor and my hero here. I can't do this right
Is that what he sounds like?
now. Yeah, he sounded just like that.
Okay.
Really weak.
Thought he was here.
Yeah.
I've got my thumbs down for this week.
Go for it, Beans.
What Chucks just did.
Right, Daniel Garcia is your thumbs down. I
Chucks is,
actually played audio of him. That wasn't even me.
Who's
Oh,
Daniel
yeah.
Garcia?
I was clip.
The Rock's ex-wife.
Did I see?
Yeah, he just got
Daniel
really
Bryan
weak at
did-
the end there and couldn't stand up for himself at all. So I wasn't
Yeah.
happy with Daniel Garcia so much.
Did Bryan Danielson nearly call himself Daniel Bryan this week?
It looked
Yeah,
like
he
it.
called himself
Daniel Bryan
Damn
Danielson.
Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, I'm all for it. That's why I called him on Total Divas when we used to cover that show back in the day, and that it's now canonically correct.
Yeah.
That might actually be my thumbs up, believe it or not. Except what I put before the show was like, I don't know. Let's go with the New Day beating up the Viking Raiders, I guess.
That worked. So yeah, coming out of the show, I thought that thing was good. I thought Ricky Stark's promo was good.
Yeah,
the
but
main
like-
event was good action. I know what you mean. I didn't really care about one of the teams, and then they ended up winning. So I've got like no investment in that and the elite thing, you know.
I'm sorry, but the whole Starks promo was just out of place for me. Cause like,
Out
okay,
of
yeah,
place?
yeah, it's like, okay, he's really adamant, he's passionate. I am agreeing with his saying, but I just saw like one of the worst fucking world title matches I've ever seen. Like it's on the level as CM Punk taking like 8 or 9 Wardlow power bombs and winning the match.
And then winning, yeah.
Yeah, like that's how stupid it was.
Oh, I don't know.
At least for me,
I need to know why they did it. I think I'm okay with it. That there is a reason for them to do it that way. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's called Tony Khan doesn't know how to book himself out of a wet paper bag.
I think he's been very good over the last 3 years.
Well, apparently
Almost.
he fell asleep at the wheel this week.
Yeah, the ongoing thumbs down for AEW is that they keep doing stuff and then just forgetting about it for too. Like you said, Wardlow was nowhere.
Yeah.
They built Wardlow up so well against MJF, and then they had nothing afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like you build up this story. Here's the last little bit. This is what we're building to. It happens, and then nothing. You got no follow up, and there's too much Ring of Honor on there. They've got all these like they've got the Ring of Honor property. They're doing pay-per-views, but they're using AEW TV to build them up.
Right.
And yet there's no Samoa Joe. The one guy in Ring of Honor that I want to see, you never see. Where's Samoa Joe gone?
Exactly.
Yeah, what has happened to him? Is he injured?
Where's
something?
Cesaro?
Cesaro was booked on Rampage defending the ROH, I think, TV championship against Dustin Rhodes. I was like, okay. I'm sorry,
He's
but
the
Dustin Rhodes
world
should not be working on TV. I'm perfectly fine with him as like a backstage guy and like a talent to help, others out, but like, there's no credibility there. There's no reason for him to be challenging for a title of any caliber. Peace and love. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel.
It's a bit of a weak one, but my thumbs
Feel
up for this week is going to be the Acclaimed.
The
Those guys are
Scissor
awesome.
Me Daddy Ass.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. Their music hit, everyone goes crazy. Something's working there. And when I first saw them put together doing this rap gimmick, this like John Cena rap gimmick, apparently they're 2 guys that Tony Khan saw and liked and said, I'm going to make you guys a tag team. And he nailed it on this one. The first time I saw them, I thought, yeah, these guys have got something. These guys are going to be good. Now they're good. And I didn't make enough of a fuss about it at the time. So I'm not going to get credit for it. So that sucks. So now whenever I see someone good, I'm going to go overboard. I'm going to...
You don't get
hitch
enough.
my,
You
hitch
don't
my
get enough
wagon
credit for
to
the Acclaim.
Ricky Starks. Yeah, never get any credit.
You're going to be writing storyline recommendations for them, such as John Cena's murder storyline that you did.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying it could have happened.
Not that again.
Just imagine where his career would have been now.
Oh, he would still be on top.
At the level of
Roman Reigns.
Ronda Rousey.
Who's Roman Reigns? Now the Acclaimed are killing it right now. Not literally, not like John Cena, but
Jesus.
They are scissoring their way to the top.
Beans, do you have a thumbs up?
I really don't have much, to be honest, because I haven't seen anything from this week. One thing that I did see that was a while ago, but I've not been on the show since, so I don't know if it counts, but the SmackDown main event with Gunther and Shinsuke Nakamura was quite cool.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match, yeah.
But that's all I can give, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm a bit light on both sides really this week. I'm gonna go for one that was a couple of weeks ago actually, and it's not even a big thing. It just made me laugh. JR's continued hatred for Don Callis is a thumbs up.
Why is he been calling him again?
He was on commentary the other week, and he just everything he was saying, he was just arguing with him. He just clearly hates the guy, and I think it's hilarious.
I'm back. Sorry. What did I hold on? What did I miss? What was Bean's thumbs up? Sorry.
My thumbs up was from ages ago. It was Shinsuke Nakamura and Gunther for the Intercontinental title on SmackDown.
Oh. Okay.
My thumbs up is JR's continued hatred for Don Callis.
Oh God.
What are you doing here?
Sorry. Hold on. Oop. There we go.
Okay.
There you go. You said that was your thumbs up, Will.
Yeah. They were on commentary together. I think it was last week's Dynamite, and JR just clearly hates the guy, and I think it's hilarious.
Okay.
Legitimate hatred as well. It's not even like
really.
Storyline. Oh God, yeah. They'd have a fight and JR would win.
No, I thought that they were. I thought you were like suggesting like JR and King level like hatred and commentary back in the day, like how they'd always argue.
No, I think
he actually wants to kill him.
I think this is genuine hatred.
All right.
I might be wrong. That's how it's coming across to me.
Well, if they're best of friends and they managed to pull that off on TV, then they deserve a handshake.
The thumbs up is a more of a general one. And it's kind of what you mentioned that there beans with the Shinsuke and Gunther match. It's early days, but the overall quality of, I want to say that W word, wrestling.
Oh.
On WWE TV, there's definitely been an improvement. We're seeing longer matches, just better quality wrestling all around. I think. I'd say it's early days, but.
So what is this? WWE's embracing wrestling again?
WWE embracing wrestling, yeah. There you go. And I can't really think of a thumbs down, really. I'm a positive kind of guy.
I've got another thumbs down.
Go on.
Go for it.
Clash at the Castle ticket prices.
Hey, there you go.
Robin Sods.
There you go.
Oh damn, he's a thumbs up for you.
Go for it.
There you go.
Oh yeah, she's coming. Yeah. Yeah.
Next week on Raw. Oh wow, Kurt Angle in Pittsburgh. What's wrong with that? How's that a thumbs down?
I said thumbs up.
Oh.
That's a big thumbs up.
Oh okay. Yeah, there we go. See.
Will it turn into a thumbs down?
Good question. Good question.
I wonder if this is some kind of new thing for Triple H. If they're doing the show somewhere where they've got obviously someone from that particular city, they'll bring them in. They had Trish on last week in Toronto, and obviously now they're in Pittsburgh with Kurt.
Did I read somewhere that Trish Stratus wants to like make a proper comeback?
Fuck it, why not?
She has teased the match with Becky. Don't know how far she wants to go with it, but
yeah.
I thought I read it somewhere and I thought, really?
I wouldn't be against it.
This would probably be a thumbs down for me on the graphic here. Hold on.
Yeah, go on. I'll have that as a thumbs down. Yeah, go on.
Universal Light Champion.
There you go. I would have to do it on this, and then... There you go. Yeah, the Universal Light Champion. Like, what? I'm sorry. And it looks more, like... It looks more black on this side right over here than it does on the right.
That's gonna be Shadow, I think.
Oh, maybe.
But... But there's definitely
That
a
looks
break in the bottom of the swoosh line in the middle there.
Yeah. It looks goofy.
I don't know.
But Kurt Angle next week. Look at that. Or this Monday. All right, so that's the best of worst of this week. Thumbing it and bumming it. Anything else before we get out of here?
Did you see the whole thing with Eddie Kingston and Sammy Guevara?
Yeah,
that was a story.
Yeah, how Kingston was quietly suspended for a little bit because he went off and swung at Sammy Guevara for him calling Kingston fat.
What's the full story here? I've seen bits, but I don't know what's happened.
Apparently, no one wanted to work with Sammy Guevara after the weird feud with Scorpio Sky. Eddie Kingston said, "I'll work with him." Sammy Guevara did a promo on Eddie Kingston saying he was a fat piece of shit or something like that. Eddie didn't like it, not necessarily because of the insult, but because you don't want to... Like, when I beat you, you've just been beaten by a fat piece of shit. So, like, that's just a bad promo, don't do that. Apparently, Pie faced him. That's what they say here. And it all blew up.
And Kingston's like, you can't call me fat!
Yeah,
allegedly backstage, yeah.
And on the social medias, it became a big deal. And then Eddie Kingston has been tweeting a load about it, saying, "In a court of law, I would be wrong." So, like, you know, he shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have done it. Like, whatever. He's just leave him alone. So stop hating on Sammy for it. I shouldn't have done it. So he manned up about it. So that's cool. Obviously, a little bit of stupidity on both sides, but they seem to have resolved it. I think.
Yeah, Kingston still probably doesn't like him.
Yeah, maybe not. Apparently, yeah, he confronted Sammy, and Sammy did like the smug smile face that he has. He does have a very punchable face.
Yeah.
So Eddie was suspended for a few weeks, and Sammy Guevara has been off for a few weeks. I don't know if he was suspended or if it's just, you know, he got married and stuff. And hasn't been around.
I don't know if I can play.
There you go.
I don't know if I can play the clip from Eddie Kingston on his thoughts on Sammy Guevara.
Oh, I've got a thumbs up.
Oh, go
Sorry,
for it.
I know you took it down now.
Hey.
Sorry. Kevin Owens. They bit weird one actually, because the week before last they were basically trying to say that he was going to be a heel again. He was doing heel type things, saying things like "you people" and all that. But then on Raw this past week, they had him come out with his old. Remember when he first debuted from NXT, and he had the KO shirt.
Yeah.
and he had his old, I won't say Titans on, but you know what I mean, the video.
Yeah.
So he's basically
Excuse
gone
me.
back to
Sorry.
what he was in NXT by the looks of it. He's gone back to that character, that Kevin Owens.
Is he taking people out by powerbombing on the apron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw him do it on.
Excuse me.
Oh, I can't remember who it was who did it on.
Ezekiel.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he seems to have.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Where
I'm
is
just
the
sneezing.
Triple H? Yeah, right. This is possibly a Triple H thing going on, but he
Oh,
seems
yeah.
to have reset back to NXT. Kevin Owens.
Triple H's talent is all the stuff that he did in NXT to build people up, and now with him being in power, like, you know, he's gonna gas the fuck out of his favorite stars.
But yeah, I thought that was quite cool to see him reset himself, kind of thing. He's called himself a prize fighter again as well.
Yeah. Of course he should.
Yeah, that Kevin Owens is brilliant. He's last couple of years he's gone a bit down, but like you say, he's yeah.
Right.
So that's a thumbs up. Quick thing about Clash of the Castle, if anyone listening cares. If you haven't got the network or you haven't got BT Sport in the UK, it's actually going to be shown on BT Sport 2 for free.
Whoa.
So live next Saturday. I think it's 7 o'clock. That's something like that.
I saw somewhere on one of the things and it had 1,500 hours on.
Yeah, I think.
Is that the
doors are
American
open.
time? Or is
Oh no,
that
I
the
think
actual
it's.
time of it?
I think it's. Is it noon over there? I think it's noon Eastern. I've seen that mentioned.
Let me take a look here. Clash of the Castle start time.
I
It
don't know
will
if it was on
be
Ticketmaster.
a 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. So for me, it would be 11 a.m. Mountain Time.
Yeah, I think. Let me tell you. Where's my phone? I think the letting us in at 3 o'clock, 3 p.m.
Right.
Okay.
So they're letting you in, what, 4 hours before it starts?
It does seem that way. Unless I'm wondering if maybe they're saying it's live, but maybe they might be like an hour delay or something. So maybe it'll start at like 5 p.m. or something. I can't find my ticket now. We're going anyway.
It says here, WWE Clash at the Castle emanates from Principality Stadium in Cardiff, Wales on Saturday, September 3rd at 1 p.m. Eastern. Doesn't say anything about it being live. Take a look at this here. Da, da, da.
So according to Ticketmaster, Saturday 3 p.m. Although it also says we can't load your tickets right now. The website is very busy at the moment. Let's not be busy on Saturday. There'll be chaos.
How do I get to Cardiff by train?
Depends where you're coming from.
Yeah. How do I get there by car?
I'm going by
from
train.
the east, from the west, from the southwest, from the Midlands and north.
Thankfully, they're not striking next week, so I'll be okay.
How big is Cardiff? Will I need to take a taxi everywhere? This is great with the FAQs.
No. There's not a whole lot going on in Cardiff, to be honest.
Are there any COVID travel restrictions to get into Wales?
Not anymore.
No.
Wow, that's actually kind of a handy guide. Can't really riff on him for that. But yeah, it seems like this might be not live. I don't know. I hope it is. I would love it.
I said live there.
Oh, live. Oh, yeah, on the graphic. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm wrong.
1 p.m. each.
Sure. Whatever.
It's an early start on the West Coast.
Yeah. Like, you're still having breakfast. My gosh.
Well, that's the whole point. The whole reason. So they say is what they want to do main reunion because of the time difference.
Yeah.
So it's quite a big test actually. If it does well, then
you get up in the morning, you watch WrestleMania for 14 hours, and then you go to bed.
yeah.
pretty much it.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So next
That's
week, Will be on site at the show
I'll be live
Yeah.
from the castle.
from the castle.
If I'm in the castle, I won't be anywhere near the show. I was looking at a forum talking about the show, and they've called the topic clash adjacent to the castle.
So next week, Will will be there. Hopefully, Beans will be joining. Right? If he can get the tickets.
I'll have to let you know as I go along. I don't know what
And
I'm
Chucks, are you going as well or no?
I don't know yet. I haven't got a ticket, so at the moment, no. But
Anything can change. It's
Anything
still
could
a week
happen.
away.
Just come to Cardiff anyway.
Sorry, I'm unwrapping something. Yeah, just come. Yeah, just go there.
Go to Cardiff. I've got to put up with all the traffic
Yeah.
for nothing.
Tell you what, if you haven't
Go
got a
get a
ticket,
Jollibee.
but if you haven't got a ticket, you go to the castle, and then we can have someone at both sites. I'll be at the show, you can be at the castle.
You know, have me live at the castle going, I was told there's going to be a clash here, but
Just interviewing people, yeah.
yeah, I don't know where
That'd
it
be
is.
great, actually. That'd be a great bit.
You might be able to hear it from the castle.
Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, man.
Huh?
I've just got this image now of Chuck sat in a castle grounds on his own, watching the show on his phone.
Just trying to get random people to have fights.
Yeah.
I'll put
You
on
need a
my
clash.
own clash at the castle. I'm actually at the castle
To be fair, that won't be hard on a Saturday night in Cardiff.
in Cardiff now.
Sure, there'll be plenty of people up for a fight somewhere.
I have to say some stuff about how England's better. What's up with
Oh,
all the road
dear.
signs? How are you supposed to pronounce this? Where's all your vowels?
Oh my god. I actually do want that to happen now. That might be that. I might actually.
Brian Cage
Hey,
should be locked up. There you go.
Oh my god. That'd be worth the petrol price of driving there alone. I think
Oh, it's quite a high
if
price.
it is.
That was a depressing way to end the show, wasn't
I'm skin.
Skin can't afford to take a petrol.
it? I'm before any gas and electric either, the way it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cheaper to get in the car, drive there, get a hotel than it would be just to turn the TV on for the electric bill.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week, possibly with a Sunday edition of the show, and also a preview to All Out. So it's gonna be a jam-packed review prediction show in one, intertwined. So hopefully you can join us again. Like, comment, subscribe on the video, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Have a great one.
Bye bye.